necessarily 30 minutes, but I definitely, I've got some stuff that I think God's laid on my heart that I wanted to share. So, um, I guess one of the very first things that I think that God's been speaking to me, and I'm sorry, I'm going to talk about God a lot. I used to work in a church, so now that I'm full-time Beachbody, I think of myself as the fitness pastor. So I'm pastoring the hearts of my team and of the people around me. And how cool is it that we get to live transformation out loud? I love that. And there is absolutely no greater message to the world around you than to share and post about what God's done and changed in your heart and in your life, and to live that out loud every single day. What an honor to Him, to give Him glory, and just to show people that there's hope, that it's possible whenever you started out in such a hopeless place. I overly share sometimes, like on Facebook yesterday, I was kind of in a dark place. So I shared an excerpt from my journal from 2010, and I shared that with like a heavy heart and thinking, oh, this is an overshare. What am I thinking? But I did it because I felt like people needed to see how far God's delivered me and how far I've come internally. Because I love it when people talk about how transformation starts within. And it definitely, it's the visible external change is just a manifestation of what has really transpired in your mind and in your spirit. So anyhow, I think it's just really cool. What a privilege that God's appointed you for this moment, called you by name, and set you apart to be an example to the world. My points that I don't have a PowerPoint presentation. I'm not organized like that. I'm more of a free spirit and spontaneous, and a lot of this stuff I just came up with this morning. So I made up 7 points that I think could help rock your social media. And number one, I kind of started just reflecting on what is it that I do every day. And Brandy talked something about mornings the other day, and I'm like, that's what I do. I start every single morning with a heart of gratitude. Every morning I go outside on my porch and I have like this morning power hour, miracle morning style hour of power, where I go outside and I don't see the sunrise here anymore, but it started whenever I was in Texas, because I really wanted to see the sunrise. I feel like, God made a beautiful sunrise for me. How, just thoughtless of me to not care and to just decide to hit snooze and stay in bed. So I go outside and I bring my coffee, my laptop, my inspirational books, my Bible, my journal, and I just start my morning off in prayer and reflection and meditation. And I think that I want to know, what is God speaking to my heart? And what message is He trying to get through me? Because there's absolutely nothing personally inside of me, in my flesh, that I can draw from. There's a well inside of each and every single one of us. Our heart is a wellspring of life. And if our well is dry, we have nothing in us to give the world. Everything inside of us has to come out and spray the world around us. And if I have no inspiration, I have nothing to give the world for the entire day. And that's a scary, scary place to be. So I start in the morning, like I said, with, just kind of meditating and praying, and then I start reading. And I dump my brain of everything from the day before. I purge my heart and my head of everything that might be holding me back as an obstacle, everything that, every emotion. And I kind of, Brandy calls it breadcrumbing. Every day, daily breadcrumb. It's my daily breadcrumbs. Every day, constantly. So I think, where is my head? Where's my heart? And what's God speaking to me and through me? And let's see if I have notes on that. Just kind of pulled that out of my brain. And then, so the morning is very important. I always start my morning with just my hard hitter post. Nearly every morning, I feel like, God's mercy is new every morning. It's just, I don't know what it is, but the day I just feel like needs to be started with the right foot and with something that motivates myself and the world around me powerfully and passionately. So I try really hard to think of, I do think of social media as an art. I think of it as just a way that I can speak truth and speak inspiration and passion and purpose to the world. I adore it. I absolutely I've fallen in love with Instagram. At first I didn't understand it, but now I absolutely love it. I find that they're a little different. Facebook, I like to share a lot more wordiness. And Instagram, I try to make sure that I'm posting a lot more visual, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. My number 2 point is about balance, and I've shared this before in one of Miranda's calls. Life in balance. It's so important. It's very unattractive to people outside of Beachbody to see someone off kilter. You see someone who, first of all, isn't even this person that's fit and healthy, and they've kind of fallen off the deep end because look at them drinking the Kool-Aid. They're, lifting weights and posting selfies, and before they were just normal, they were one of us. So we've already fallen off the deep end, and then to see constant selfies and fitness posts and just kind of, I know to me personally, when I first saw that out of Brandy, I kind of was taken back, and I remember thinking, what is going on with her? I don't even know her anymore. What happened to my friend when aliens abducted her brain? Brandy does a great job though of posting her kids and sharing. She does a great job of weaving a tapestry. So I've kind of taken her example, and I post in order of faith, family, fitness, and my face. I do a lot of selfies. So I kind of tried to wake up every day, analyze my Instagram, and think, if I was looking at this outside in, what would I think? Would I think this girl's very self-centered? Would I think that all she cares about is taking pictures of herself and her fitness journey? Or did she forget about her kids and her husband along the way? Is this all about her? I try to weave the best I can my husband and my kids and God and faith, and to literally as much as I can. And I do take shameless bathroom selfies, and I love that. It's so cool to be, to have the freedom now to not be embarrassed or ashamed, to be able to take a picture of myself and not be cringing and not hate it, and to be able to share the inner beauty and the light through that, because that's what translates through those selfies. It has nothing to do necessarily with, hey, look at me. It's, hey, look at what God's done in me, and look at the transformation. I absolutely love that. So posting in balance. Sometimes, I don't even know if this is something that anybody else does or should do, I go back and do cleanup. I'll sometimes go through and I'll look and say, what was that? I'll look through. I was in a dark, weird place. I'm going to delete that, because that's not something I want people to I want to continue to spread light and joy and positivity. And, but sometimes, like, I'll talk in a minute about sharing stuff that isn't positive and light. But anyhow, number 2, I have just be inspired, eat inspiration for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, constantly, daily, moment by moment, seeking to be inspired. I love the vital behaviors, and the one, where we're supposed to be listening to personal development. And I love to read, but let's face it, as moms, it's not easy to have a nook in a corner where we can sit and just read and enjoy and soak it in. I have my morning. That goes by really quickly. Sometimes my hour or hour and a half feels like 10 minutes. Get interrupted, kids eating breakfast, dogs barking. So I've recently been given this major blessing and gift to reinvent my life. And I'm in a new place. I lived for my entire life in South Dallas. And now I am back for about a month now. I've been in California, Southern California. We're near San Diego. And so we get to reinvent our lives. And part of my new life is being at home. And it's hard for me not to call myself a stay-at-home mom because I am a coach. And as a wife and as a mom and a homeschool mom, now that I'm home, I'm actually learning to embrace it. Before, where I would fall into the trap of being depressed, maybe. Anyhow, I'm finding that I'm using moments like when I do laundry or whenever it's time to like fold clothes or do dishes. I'm using that as my time to soak in and absorb inspiration. So that's, I don't know what's going on in the background, but I'm so distracted. I'm ADD. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I'm boring. Anyhow, so right now, like last night, I take a hot bath at night and I like soak up Joyce Meyer, or like that was last night. Or if I don't have a book on something and I really want to read it, I'll do a YouTube search and I'll find the author and hear him speak. And just, for example, GoPro. I found recently, I really wanted to read the book GoPro. I've heard other people, like coaches, say you've got to read it. Well, I didn't have it. So I was listening to the author of the book speak to a bunch of coaches, and it was really good. Anyway, but I listened to that the other night as I took a bath. So inspiration. Let me get moving quickly. Is it lunchtime there? Let's see. Oh, okay. I was just going to share really quickly about the inspiration that I draw from social media. I have an area of my phone. I'm constantly scrolling through social media and finding things that inspire me and saving it in my phone. So I save quotes, I save scriptures, I save verbiage, and I save photographs constantly. Let's face it, we're not that creative by nature. Every single day, we're not just able to pull rock star posts out of thin air. So I'm constantly thinking like every day, what can I save for a rainy day? What can I save for tomorrow, for next week? And there's sometimes where I'm planning out my next post 2, 3, 4 days ahead. I have my notes section already. I mean, I'm constantly writing and journaling, and sometimes those writings and journalings turn into posts that I don't necessarily even decide that God's ready for me to release for weeks. So, and I take photographs and stockpile them, and then some days I use that as an inspirational post and add a word that my heart's speaking to me at that moment. Like hope, for example. The other day I was like, you know what, I'm feeling like God wants to give hope to the world. So I posted a picture of myself at the beach with the word hope as an anchor, and as the scripture, hope is an anchor to my soul. Let's see. Number 4, you guys got number 3, be inspired. Number 4 is think editorially. I think of Instagram as kind of like a magazine. So you're flipping through it and you want to get sucked into someone's, and you want it to be something that like people just don't want to get off your page, because every single thing they're looking at, they're like, wow, yes, 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 that is awesome. They're speaking to me. So I think of Instagram as like just a magazine that I don't want to put down. Have you ever gotten stuck in social media, like in like the Instagram jungle where you can't get out? You're like, how did I end up on so-and-so's cousin's friend's feed? And I'm like, how do I get out of here? But I found something that I liked and it got my attention. And now I just feel like a creeper and I'm stuck and I can't get out. So try to make your social media and your Instagram so good that people's cousins, friends, sisters, brothers, and aunts, they find you and they're like, wow, how did I get here? I have no idea, but I like it and I'm inspired and I'm going to follow them. I've actually gotten people, believe it or not, I've gotten customers from Instagram. I didn't know it was possible. I have. Somehow I got a customer from, I don't know, like a high school, some kid. And then I got a coach off of it too, someone that I went to high school with. So that blew me away. I never once, when I got Instagram, even thought of it. I thought of it as a place to play and take pretty pictures. I didn't think of it as actual way to, you found coaches. It's awesome. I never really thought of it as, I think of it as play. I enjoy social media so much that I would probably do it like this and work it like this if I didn't get paid for it, because it's so much fun. I think of it as an art and it gets you, not I have to. I look forward to it. So let's think editorially, think bright colors, think white backgrounds, cheerful. Like you just want to stop people dead in their tracks. Number 5, be you, be raw, be real, be authentic. Sometimes that's hard for me. I'm a positive human being. So for example, yesterday you don't see a lot of posts from me on days where I'm kind of in a dark place. I'll be honest, because I'm kind of an over poster. When I first started Beachbody, when I discovered that I had to post more than once a day, I was freaking out. I was like, everybody's gonna unfriend me. They're gonna think I've lost my mind. Nobody wants to see my face that many times a day. Really freaked me out. And now, literally, kid you not, this is a God thing. I opened up my Instagram message, and I had a message from somebody today, right before the call, that said, I don't know how you do it. You are always posting. How do you keep up? And anyhow, so it's funny timing that right before I got on this call, somebody said that to me. Like, I do it because I enjoy it, and I don't think of it as a job, but just be you and be real. And sometimes it's easy to get caught up in multiple personality disorder, where you go and you find Melanie Mitro and all these other coaches, and she posts like this, so I'm going to copy her and I want to make that same pose. And I sometimes do that, but then you can make it like you, or you can make it a copy fake, and people can sniff out the fake. And so I would suggest that you take the inspiration from other coaches, and if that inspires you and it genuinely speaks to you and to your heart, and that's truly where you're at, share it. But if you're I need to find a post and pull it out of thin air, and I'm really in this place, but I saw her post today, so I'm just going to share it, that's not real. So we need to really genuinely, that's why the morning power hour is so important for me, just to genuinely feel where I'm at. Because sometimes it's easy for you to tell yourself you're in a different place when you're really in a different place. Number 6, find new ways to keep it fresh. If it bores you, it'll bore the audience. And seek to find others who have set the bar higher. And I said muse, it's okay to copy. Even though you're being authentic, it's okay to use the inspiration from other people and take on that, just the way they do things. As long as you're true to yourself, like I said before, it's, you can be you, but with, inspiration from other, like, for example, Carrie told me just a minute ago, right before the phone call, she said, her face lit up and she said, Crystal, I just had to tell you, the picture of me by the lake, when I did that, I thought of you. And I took a picture of myself by the lake, and she mused something that she thought that I would have done, but she put her heart and her spin and her own stamp on it. So, sometimes I will Google pictures of people at the beach because I'm new to this beach life thing. So I want to learn how to, is it Amy Silverman? She's amazing. She, little, free spirit beach life person. I love her. So sometimes I do look at her posts and I'm like, how does she rock that bikini? How does she pose? Because I'm tired of my hand on my hip and I want to be natural. So I study everything. I study how people stand and how people sit, and, because what the coolest thing is, we get to not only be inspiring people, but we get to be the model and the photographer, and we get to play. I love, one of my favorite things is to play dress up and just go run around and take pictures with a friend, take fitness shoots. And, it's so fun. What we do, we literally get to dress up and play and post pictures. And drink chocolate shakes and eat peanut butter. And it's just it's a dream job, inspiring people. And I didn't think I would ever like it, but I love it. I put number 7, last but not least. Timing is everything. I have certain things that I post on a Monday I wouldn't post on a Wednesday, and things that I post on a Tuesday that I wouldn't post on a Friday. And I just figure out a schedule. I'm the last person that would ever typically admit to having a schedule or a process, but when I think about it, I do. And I have, kind of my boulders in my life, my boulder posts that I try to stick with, to keep me going. I loved, Renee, she said, be consistent, show up every day. You have to show up every day. I think that when I first started this got on this train, it freaked me out, thinking, crap, I can't get off now. Now I'm stuck. I have to show up. But now I get to show up every day. So, my screensaver locked up. I think that everybody knows what to do on a Sunday. Your business push, you want to speak to the people on Sunday that are going to work the next day. Motivation, I always start my Mondays off with just getting the world motivated to hit the week hard. And most people dread Mondays. I want people to know that I no longer dread Mondays. So and then Tuesdays, your transformation and your testimonies and your stories, and, Wednesdays for, I like to speak wisdom into the world, and, and then Thursdays and Fridays, just, try to get people through the week. And I probably post too many of my own before and afters. My goal as a coach is to post more other people. My team doesn't have as many transformations as I'd like them to have. And so maybe I think one of my personal goals is to post a before and after of someone else. Because I know that when I post my husband's before and afters, I get over 100 likes nearly every time, because people are just they're amazed to see somebody else. They're amazed to see a man too. Anyway. But Brandy, I think that's pretty much all. I don't know. My time's running very short.
Yeah, you're good. Crystal, that was amazing. Thank you so much. It's a little bit loud here, so hopefully you guys can hear us here in the coffee shop. Amazing tips. What I love about you, Crystal, is that you said something about how you love social media and you enjoy it and you do it for free. And that shines through your posts. all the time. So guys, if you feel like you're stuck in a rut where you're looking for things to post and you're just kind of creating something because you have to, go back to that first thing that she was talking about. Get up early, get inspired, make sure you're doing your personal development. If you're doing your personal development, you should not run out of things to say on social media because you'll be constantly inspired, constantly uplifted. And then draw on our team. You know, like she said, share somebody else's transformation photo for Transformation Tuesday. Don't feel like it has to be you all the time. Share about our team, share about successes on our team, because that inspires other people and shows them it's not just you. We have a whole team of people who are making this work, who are doing this and finding success. So awesome, awesome tips, Crystal. We have Katie Carter coming up next. So Miranda, if you're there, is she doing live on Facebook or are we staying here? Live on Facebook. Okay, so jump off of here, go back to the group page, but everybody get on. Don't miss out. We're going to start in just like 60 seconds, okay? See you in a minute.